Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmosphere of our world around us, and today we will discuss a very important geopolitical issue. Some people claim that when we have such situation like in the Central Eastern Europe now, that one country, bigger one, is beating smaller one, so we always have the conflict between two lines of argument. One of them is as following, that we should only push the aggressor out and humiliate the aggressor, and the aggressor would understand that the people ruling this aggressive country, that they did bad and they will behave in the future better because they would get their punishment they deserve. Some people, and I support these people, claim that some aggressive countries that are aggressive by nature should be simply defeated completely and defragmented. I'm not for the extermination of the human population of any nation because I'm always in favor of genetic diversity. And extermination limits the genetic diversity. But these countries should be defeated, like Russia, and defragmented. Another country that should be defeated and defragmented is, of course, nowadays communistic China and also Germany. And then world would be much more peaceful and much more stable. Because, okay, if as some people say, first option, what I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that we somehow, it would be a miracle now, push back Russia out of the territory of Ukraine and humiliate Russia, then these people think Russian elite that is ruling this country would understand that they did bad and they would behave better in the future. No, 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 no. In most cases, if such scenario would take place, we know from the history, most likely there would be a sooner than later in my opinion, change in Kremlin, change of the power, and the period of sorrow, in Russian smuta, it means internal turmoil, and a new leader, more aggressive, more despotic, and more oriented for expansionism, would emerge from this period of sorrow, so-called smuta in Russian, and we would have another repetition of Romanov aggressive politics, because after such smuta, after Dimitriads and so on in the 17th century, Romanov dynasty emerged, that for next 300, almost 300 years, we had brutal expansion of the Russian state in every possible direction, east, west, south. So, in my opinion, knowing the nature of Russia, it would be the case. That's why this country should be defeated and defragmented. The same with China nowadays, communistic China, and Germany, as always. Because since the moment they are united, 1871, they cause only troubles. Of course, the fault of Germany for the start of First World War is not completely only on their side, because England and France were afraid of the increasing power of Germany military and economically. They were becoming very quickly more and more powerful, and they were better organized than these two countries, England and France. So that's why these countries were doing everything to start a war as quick as possible before Germany reaches such level of stability, power, and military and industrial development that even together England and France couldn't defeat them on the battlefield, and economically, of course. So nowadays we see that these three countries, as I mentioned, are the main sources of troubles around the world, and these countries are actually coming closer to each other because their elites have utopian dream that being together, Russia, China, and also Germany, this dream about German industry from Vladimir Lenin, that we need German industry to rule the world, which would be actually true, because such bloc, especially Russia, Germany, and supported by China, would be almost undefeatable. That's why world elite who wants to live in more peaceful world should defragment these three countries. Why I think that especially Russia should be defragmented? Because this is a steppe nation, and according to the classification of great Polish civilization and theoretician Felix Konechny, Turanian civilization, so steppe civilization, Mongols, Genghis Khan Empire, Timurid Empire, Empire of Tamerlane in the late 14th and in the beginning of 15th century. They are flourishing when there is a time of war. That's why people who are supporting the first option, that Russia should be only pushed back out of Ukraine and humiliated, are making great mistake. Because if you humiliate the steppe warrior nation, then the people who belong to this nation and the elite would only think about the revenge, and they would put all efforts to achieve the revenge, because this is their nature, and this civilization is flourishing and blooming when there is a war. If there is no war, this civilization is in crisis, Turanian civilization. That's why they should read more Felix Konechny. To have peace with this civilization, one needs to defragment it and destroy it. Because one cannot fight against one's nature and they will never change. Like Mongols were slowly defeated by the defragmenting of the great heritage of Genghis Khan and later great heritage of Tamerlane. That's why we should learn from history and read Felix Konechny and Arnold Toynbee. Actually, these two gentlemen, in my opinion, two greatest theoreticians of civilization ever. They like each other. We should remember that for the English translation of one of the Konechny's book on the plurality of civilization, Toynbee wrote a preface, very nice and very well deserved. That's why if we want to understand more living civilizations around us, one should read works of Toynbee and Felix Konechny. Luckily, main works of Konechny are also available in English, not only in Polish, and of course works of Arnold Toynbee. Really great chunk of work that would allow us to understand our world around us better. Have a nice day, bye.